My name is Aaron, and I'd love to tell you about how I feel like I would be a perfect asset to the Georgia Ready Summer Institute. Firstly, I'd love to tell you about my extracurriculars. Firstly, I founded my Key Club my freshman year, and I'm president now all the way from my freshman year. I was elected president my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and now elected till my senior year. Some things that we did during Key Club was a Kiwanis Park cleanup. We have a local community park named Kiwanis, which is named after Key Club, and we do a beach cleanup and also cleanups at that park every single weekend. Additionally, I'd love to tell you about DECA. DECA was a club that I joined my freshman year all the way till my senior year now. I was elected social media and communications manager my junior year, and now I was elected president. Also, I would love to tell you about how I did districts at DECA. So I placed 6th with my friend Olivia in travel and tourism. We placed first in testing district, and then we qualified for states where we placed 13th out of 78 teams. Another extracurricular I would love to tell you about was student government. Student government is a really big thing, a part of our school. They run all our prep rallies, lock-in, IOC meetings, and also freshman announcements. Student government was a really big part of our school. One thing I'd like to add is that I was elected first vice president my senior year, and then some other officers' roles that I had was freshman historian, and then I had sophomore vice president, junior historian, and then I was elected senior vice president. Another extracurricular I'd love to tell you about was HOSA. HOSA was a club that I started my freshman year, and I was elected secretary my junior, and then now I was elected secretary my senior year. HOSA is a really good club for actually engaging in the medical aspect. It's also with our biomedical engineering 4-year course that we have with our school. Beyond all my extracurriculars, another thing I'd love to tell you about is that I did a Cleveland Clinic clinical internship from October all the way till March of 2026. One thing that I loved from this clinical internship is that I learned an aspect of what nurses, anesthesiologists, and techs actually have to do. And then I learned a business aspect of Sydney Sweeney, which is the head of ER. I learned what specific things that she has to do in the role of the ER department. And then I shadowed techs such as Becky, and she was one of the techs that I really loved to engage with, and she taught me a lot about what it actually means to be a tech. Also, I shadowed anesthesiologists like Dr. Roberto, which is one of the techs, and I love to engage with him and actually learn the aspect of what it actually means to be an anesthesiologist. From reading in a book, you just think that anesthesiologist would be an easy 11-year path, but actually there's a lot more aspects on what it means to be an anesthesiologist, like hard 6 to 6 shifts for say some days, or having to work extra doubles and other things just to pay the bills. Another thing that I'd love to bring up is the FIU Transitional Science internship that I just got. I was selected as one of the participants from June 1st all the way till July 1st, and I would do a non-clinical scientific internship there, learning about the bowel system and the cardiovascular disease. Other than that, I also did have some other things that I do outside of school, such as volleyball. I've been in volleyball since I was 8 years old. One thing I'd like to bring up is that when my mom got diagnosed with cancer and my dad left and was absent from home, volleyball was a little bit of an escape for a sense. This is one of my pictures from co-ed volleyball. I really love volleyball. I did club from 2020 all the way to 2024, but because of financial issues, I wasn't able to keep going. But I founded my varsity boys volleyball team my freshman year, and I was captain my junior year, and I'll be captain my senior year. Another thing I really love to do is travel. This is a picture from when I went to Paris with my mother during her cancer diagnosis. We do love to travel a lot, even though expenses might be tight. We do love to travel. We went to the Bahamas, we traveled Europe, and then we went to Japan this previous year. I love to learn about cultures and learning new languages. I speak English, Spanish, and I also learned Portuguese by myself. But that's all about me. Thank you all for listening, and I'd love to be a valuable asset in the Georgia Summer Institute. Thank you.